Let we finish the job. Or should I say, let us finish the job. It is she who cooked the food. Or it is her who cooked the food. This is between you and I. Or should I say, this is between you and me. Are these books your? Or are these books yours? Such questions, doubts, and confusion are quite common when we are not aware of the rules related to pronouns. Therefore, in this lesson, we are going to gain clarity and learn some important rules related to pronouns so that we can communicate effectively and correctly. We have already discussed 10 kinds of pronouns in previous lessons in detail. If you want to watch those lessons, you can follow the link given above or in the description below. So let's begin our study with personal pronouns. Now, personal pronouns are quite frequently used in our daily communication. They can appear in any form: subjective, objective, or possessive. Have a close look at the chart on your screen. We will study the rules related to these pronouns as we move forward in this lesson. I, we, he, she, and they always act as a subject in a sentence. That means they will always be followed by a verb. Whereas me, us, him, her, and them will always appear as object in a sentence. One thing you need to remember is when these appear as object, they will always be preceded by either a verb or a preposition. If you can remember these two important rules, you will never make a mistake. Now let's have a look at some sentences to gain better understanding. I party with them at weekends. We will join her for dinner tonight. Does he know me? They have promised to help us. In all the sentences, I, we, he, and they are acting as subject, whereas them, her, me, and us are in the objective case and acting as the object of the respective sentences. Unlike other personal pronouns, you and it do not change forms when they appear as subject or object in a sentence. They remain the same. Let's see some examples. You are a good student. Everybody praises you. I bought a book. It was costly. I didn't find it interesting. It's a quite common mistake to use a subject pronoun after a preposition. You should remember this, that prepositions are always followed by pronouns in objective case only. Also, with verb let, we do not use subject pronouns. They are always followed by objective pronouns. Let's have a look at some examples. Are you coming with us? This is between you and me. I gave the work to her. All the focus is on them. Now let's have a look at some sentences with verb let. Let me read you a story. Let them play in the garden. Let us go for a walk. Let him speak. There's a lot of confusion whether to say it is I, he, she, or it is me, him, her. Now here you can remember one important rule, that in formal writing and speech, when it act as a dummy subject is always followed by a pronoun in subjective case. In spoken English, it hardly matters and we go by what sounds right to us, and there is a growing tendency to use objective case of pronoun after it. But when it comes to formal writing and speech, subjective case is the right choice. Let's have a look at some examples. It is he who helped the poor lady. It is I who gifted a necklace to Martha. It is they who visited us last week. It is we who want to go on holiday. Besides inanimate things, it can also be used to refer to small children and animals when we don't want to specify their gender. Let's have a look at some examples. Look at the small baby. It is playing peekaboo with me. When I saw the baby, it was smiling. Where have you kept the baby? It is in the crib. The baby is crying. I think it needs a diaper change. I love my dog and cannot live without it. Be careful of the snake. It seems venomous. She has a dark brown horse. It runs very fast. Look at the kitten. It looks so adorable. Pronoun it can also be used to refer back to a fact, event, or a situation mentioned previously. For example, Steve does all household chores and he knows it. Here it refers to the fact that Steve does all household chores. Stella made my bed. It saved my time. Here it refers to the fact that Stella made my bed. The army has been called in. It is making the people nervous. Here it refers to the event that the army has been called in. My bag was stolen. It totally ruined my day. Here it refers to the event that the bag was stolen. If you want to lay emphasis on a noun or a pronoun, you can begin a sentence with pronoun it. For example, it is Steve who made the painting. It is they who cured me of my illness. It is Paris that they visited, not London. It is I who gave the presentation. We can use it to identify a person, especially on phone or during a visit to someone's place. For example, who's on the phone? It's your friend Stella. May I know who's there? Hi, it's Peter here. Was it Dave who organized the party for all of us? It can also be used as the subject of a verb to talk about time, date, distance, weather, temperature, etc. For example, it's quite hot today. It's already 10 o'clock. It's minus 10 degrees Celsius outside. Stay indoors. It's 50 kilometers to the office. It has been raining since yesterday. Mine, ours, yours, his, hers, and theirs are possessive pronouns that are used to show possession or to convey that something belongs to someone. Always remember that these can stand alone and are never followed by a noun. Let's see some examples. These books are yours. Where are theirs? My uncle is in the park. I haven't seen hers. Steve can sell his car, but not mine. This house is ours. Myself, ourselves, yourself, yourselves, herself, himself, and themselves can act as both reflexive and emphasizing pronouns. And because of this dual role, there can be a lot of confusion. However, you can gain clarity by remembering two important rules. First, these pronouns can act as reflexive pronouns when the doer and the receiver of the action is same. That means the subject which will do the action will also receive it. However, emphasizing pronouns do not receive any action. They simply lay emphasis on a word in a sentence. Let's see some examples to gain clarity on this. I injured myself while playing football. We enjoyed ourselves at the party. They blamed themselves for the poor show. Stella looked at herself in the mirror. In all these sentences, the doer is receiving the action as well. Now let's see how emphasizing pronouns work. I washed the clothes myself. I complained to Stella herself. We have to finish the work today itself. The meeting is in the office itself. In the first sentence, the focus is on the subject I, that nobody else washed the clothes but I. In the second sentence, the emphasis is on the object Stella, that complaint was made to none other than Stella. In the third sentence, the focus is on time, that is today. And in the last sentence, the stress is on the place, that is office. So friends, that's it in this lesson. I hope you would have liked the information that I shared with you today. And why not? All these rules that I shared with you were important rules for our daily communication, be it formal or informal. But our study is still not complete. We have to study relative pronouns and their use. That we will do in next lesson. If you want to study 10 kinds of pronouns in detail, then you can go through the playlist. The link is given above and in the description below. You can also download Enliven English app to get the PDFs, lessons, courses, free grammar tips and much more. I'll be back with a new lesson soon. Till then, keep learning, keep growing. Goodbye.